This past Christmas, I was given a golf passport. Now, a golf passport has discounts to courses all across the country, and I was determined this year to travel a lot more. So I picked a random place to go to and ended up choosing Clayton, New Mexico. Luckily, it was only a one-day drive there and a one-day drive back, so we made it happen. I decided to do far more than just document my golf. I was going to document the entire trip to and from Clayton, New Mexico. And boy, it was a doozy. Yeah, I've never liked Grubhub. And, Postmates, I've ordered from there before, but the price is getting exorbitant, and they're not paying the drivers what they should, and without the rating system, you can't even appropriately rate it, because on Postmates, now it says, oh, how was your experience? Thumbs up, thumbs down, and then it says beneath that this will not affect the rating system of your Postmate. And I go, no, I want it to. I don't want to affect the restaurant, I want it to affect the person. Look at all the beautiful scenery. So powerful. You learn something new every day, Alec. Check out this place. And no, it isn't abandoned. Okay, where am I on my way to? I'm on my way to Clayton. Yeah. And so like I was saying, I'm on my way to Clayton, New Mexico, because it's part of my golf passport thing. I have a discount to play 2 rounds for the price of 1. I needed to go to a place that I could drive to in a day and drive back to in a day. But I'm going to be spending 2 days there, and hopefully it's going to be fun, but I have no idea what I'm driving up to. Okay, so I stopped in Wheeler, Texas, because I saw a place called Mel's Diner. I think I'm going to stop in there and get some grub. I got some bacon here in the car, so I'm probably not going to get anything big, but I just felt like stopping at a diner. It just seems like the right thing to do on a short trip like this. And check this out. I don't qualify. Okay, so real quick side note. I was just in Mel's diner, and my table started to shake, and I was like, oh, are we having like a little earthquake? And she comes over, my waitress, and is just like feeling the table, and she's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, we had some earlier, and we had some on Monday, but I just don't know. Well, your coffee looks like it's shaking there. She goes, could be an earthquake, or it could be Mel's ghost coming to join you. And I was like, what? And she was just like, I tell people, you know, and people tell me, you know, Mel's ghost, he just kind of wanders around here. I'm like, and he sits down with people, and she's like, I don't know. Could be an earthquake, could be Mel's ghost. And I was just slack-jawed. I had no idea what to say. But she was such a sweet lady. And I thought she kept saying yes, sir, and everything to me. And she was great. And I was the only person in there, basically. And turns out that she is 41 and has a 16-year-old. She looks younger than me. And then I told her, I was like, you should put your sweat in bottles for people. They would probably buy it. And then she was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. That's like the sweetest thing. Would you like a piece of pie? And so she gave me a piece of apple pie. Thanks, Brandy. I'm gonna heat it up when I get to my hotel. Holy shit, it smells terrible. It smells like shit. It really does. Oh, that's why. I wonder what that is. Oh, is that a small group of bushes? No, it's a bunch of cows shitting all over the place. How long is that gonna last, I wonder? Can't see it. Damn it. There's more. There's more. There's more. I wasn't looking because I was driving, but those were buffalo. Yep. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's snowing. It's definitely snowing a little bit.
If I could only give you everything, you know I haven't got. I couldn't have one conversation if it wasn't for the lies.
Update. It's cold as balls here, and there's a lot of snow on the ground. I mean, it's not covering it, but there's a lot of patches of it, and this hotel is pretty bad, pretty shady. I'll show you what it looks like inside. But we're here. I'm eager to play the golf course, though. Anything to get away from here. The walls were chipped, there was water dripping through the ceiling, there was clearly like mold spots on things, but I wasn't going to get close enough to find out what kind of mold it was, black or red or pink. Missed it by that much. Seriously, this motel, I get it, it's a motel. However, the standards for motels don't have to be low. I've stayed in a lot of really nice motels. I quickly found a reason to leave my room and go get some food next door at a taqueria. Once again, I found myself the sole customer of a place besides the one person who was working there. Also, there was a terrifying duck. I mean, it was great. Okay. Well, I stopped by next door to a taqueria, and I actually had a very nice conversation in about 75 to 85% Spanish with the woman who ran the place. And that was really, really nice. I got to practice some of my Spanish, which I really haven't gotten to use much since college or since LA. And that was really, really cool. So I got to order my food in Spanish, and I chatted with her about when I learned Spanish. And she said that I understood things pretty well, but she also said I delivered my Spanish with an accent. And I was like, what kind of accent? And she was like an Italian accent. So I guess I was coming in there kind of going like, de donde eres? You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you doing? Dos quesadillas de pollo para llevar. Para llevar. This is just huge. And maybe it's a good thing that I think that this is huge, because I need to lose some weight. I really do. And I'm not going to lose weight by eating quesadillas, but you know what? There's no other place in town to do this. There are like 6 people in this town, okay? I spoke mostly Spanish to one of them. One checked me in. One took over that guy's place. So I guess I'll meet the other 3 tomorrow at the golf course. But, oh man, I haven't even gotten into how that phone call went. I should have been a little bit more skeptical after the phone call. But I wanted this to be an adventure, and it probably is going to be. This is just me testing out a camera hold for tomorrow, because my Canon battery, for this, my T3i, left the charger at my friend's house, so he has it. Bought a replacement, doesn't seem to be charging. So this one unfortunately is out. So for cinematic shots, I might just have to rely on my phone, which sucks. But we will make do with what we have. On the bright side, check this out. This GorillaPod, I finally got the camera and the microphone set up. So at the very least, hopefully we should have some good audio and relatively decent picture to capture my performance on the course. So, yeah, priorities. Okay, so when I first set up this tee time, it sounded like when I called the phone, the number that was listed in the golf passport thing, that it didn't go to a pro shop. It went like straight to this dude's cell phone. It sounded like I woke him up from a nap. It was like, hey. I go, can I make a tee time? He goes, yeah, well, we don't really do tee times. You just kind of come on up there and drop your $20 in the tin there. And it's $20, you play all day as much as you want. And if you're riding in a cart, that's also $20. But you, like I say, play all day and all that. But I'm like, I'm coming up from out of state to play here, though. Did you catch what I said? You just drop your $20 in the tin there. Is there just like a piggy bank hanging off the first hole, and they're just honor systeming this entire endeavor? Like I was half expecting that when you are about to, like if you hit a shot out of bounds, you see like some boundary stakes. You go, is that out of bounds? And they're like, that's old Whiskey Pete's property. As long as you don't see his cows, you're welcome to go up there and hit that ball. But if you see the cows, best take a drop. Okay, so I'm going to throw my jeans on. I'm going to go get some breakfast. I'm sure it's going to be like Fruit Loops or some shit.
The delicious part of this nutritious breakfast. Good. Golfers always like Fruit Loops. Why? There's a hole in every one.
See how white the tips of those trees are? They're frozen. It might not be this day anymore, but the day that I filmed my first video here, it was Valentine's Day, and my mom gave me this before I left home. So I'm gonna have some chocolates with my coffee and Fruit Loops. But you know what? This is great. This is way better than anything. This is better than the hotel. I would take this and sleeping in my car over the hotel. So, thanks, Mom.
Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep front cover.